This was very interesting to me. Very strange, but to me, it tells the story of what's happening with the Democratic Party and what's happening with these woke movements and what's happening with Americans in general in a lot of ways with our culture. So let's take a look at this video.
We obviously spent time with you and Jay yesterday. So explain the living situation.
So once again, Jeanie Buss, she is one of the owners of the Lakers. Her dad, Dr. Buss, he was the one that was I believe he was one of the people that actually put the Lakers on the map. And then Jeanie Buss inherited the family business, which is the Lakers. And she's going to have a conversation right now that we'll look at as far as the living arrangements between her and her husband.
We obviously spent time with you and Jay yesterday. So explain the living situation setup.
Okay, everybody is going to want to live exactly the same way.
It does sound kind of amazing.
Right now, we live in a building that has 3 units. So I live on the top floor, and Jay lives on the first floor. And so there's, a couple that live in between us. So we live together. We're at the same address, except I'm unit 3 and he's unit 1. We don't really want to change anything because, I like my space and I have my schedule, and he likes his space and he has his schedule. But I can, take the elevator down in my slippers and, hang out a little bit and go back up. And I would recommend it to any couple that feels the same way.
I can go downstairs, hang out for a little bit, and then go upstairs. This is how, and I don't even know what their politics are, but I can tell you right now, this is what's wrong with the Democratic Party. I don't know what their politics are. I don't even care. This is what's wrong with the Democratic Party. Let me put my charger in. Make sure we got juice, because I can't. Make sure we got some juice, because I can't afford to have this conversation cut out. What we are witnessing right here, how is this even realistic for most people, to be totally honest? But this is the push to not embrace family, to not embrace being around somebody, sleeping in the same bed. They're not even sleeping in the same bed together. You haven't heard her husband talk, but you're going to hear her husband. Matter of fact, let me play the entire video.
It's like, all right, I'm going to go upstairs. Like, okay. I mean, we see each other every morning, every afternoon, and every night. When you're home alone in your bed, it's like, the guys are gross. Like, we just make sounds. Like, we sweat. The sheets get all wrinkly and weird. It's like, oh, just let her sleep like a princess or a Barbie still in the box. Like, she doesn't need to be subjected to me in my, wrestling sweatpants, just belching in my,
Men are so soft. We've become so soft in so many ways. And Queez just wrote it. Men are so weak and soft. That's why I can't stand it. That's why I get so frustrated when I just, and people who are close to me, this is why I call out certain men. This is what he's sitting here acting as if he likes that, making excuses for it. This is what happens. These are the women that are running the Democratic Party. And these are the men that are allowing them to run the party. And these are the men that are lying to themselves and telling themselves anything to make them feel good about their situation. He's willing to tell himself anything to feel good about his situation just so he can come on TV, get celebrated by all the other women in the Democratic Party that want to be men and that want to sit here and say, oh, yeah, I want my own space. I want that. It's not even realistic for people. Why are we encouraging people to not embrace sleeping in the same bed? Haven't we talked about studies that have come out that show that when couples sleep together, just that it's a healthier thing? This is insane. Insane. And these are the influential people, the influential women that are pushing these things because men refuse to check them. Yes, you can be checked. Yes, you need to be checked. This is what happens when men are not being men. Matter of fact, you know what'll happen? There'll be a lot of women watching this video, watching that guy, and say that almost like it's empowering. Like that's an empowering thing for him to feel that comfortable with his wife. You know, that's very, he should feel empowered by that. Like we'll clap and celebrate that type of man. We will clap and celebrate that type of man. We will clap and celebrate that type of man in this type of situation, knowing damn well that 99% of people can't even afford to live in this type of situation. But this is the Democrats. Idealism. The people that run the party, the people that have the largest influence, they are so out of touch with the actual real people, the party of the people, right? Democrats, democracy, they are completely out of touch. But for whatever reason, even though the people that vote Democrat know that people like that are completely out of touch, they still support it. And these are the people steering the ship in the party of the people. We talked about it before. Democrat, Republican, all politics is a fight between wealthy people, the people that actually run the world, the people that actually run the country. There's people that just, all right, we're going to use this victim group. We're going to use the Democratic people to leverage the things that we want to push. And the other group is saying, all right, well, we'll use the conservative group. And it probably happened in reverse order. It's probably the conservatives initially, and then the Democrats, the people that had business beef with the other group, they said, oh yeah, we got all this money, we're going to leverage our money to control this group of people, so we'll control the victims and we'll push victimhood and we'll push all this other stuff. Even though we are so completely out of touch with those things, we'll still push them. And that's what ends up happening. It's insane. It's insane. So I don't know. Hold on. So hold on. Queen said soft. Man cave, yeah, but separate apartments is OD. Vons wrote she has big NBA history. She definitely does. Bez wrote, love that. Come down when you want to see me. So Bez is cool with that. So I guess as long as you can afford it, ladies, hit up Bez. He with it. Vons wrote, LOL Bez. Queez wrote, he probably got joints coming through. Ebony wrote, that's all I was thinking. Yes, because they're probably not even together. That's not a relationship. They're friends. They're friends that have a business, and maybe that's what marriage is nowadays, or has always been. But they're not a relationship. They're not a relationship. And maybe because they have so much money, it's something. I don't know. For all the privileged people that can afford to do so, I guess go ahead and try that. But I find it very hard to. I find it very hard to believe that the majority of people that, especially out here living check to check, can even visualize this living arrangement working for them. But to each their own. But these are once again the out of touch people with super privilege that are setting the tone and leading the people that do not have super privilege. That's what I see happening. But it is what it is. Maybe y'all see it differently. All right, let's move on. We are going to move on. Why do all these windows keep popping up on my screen? We're going to move on to that Matt Walsh video that I was telling y'all about, where he's talking to Ayanna Pressley. Let me pull that up, about get over slavery, man. Apparently, in this video, he said, y'all need to get over slavery. Y'all heard me. Look at the screen. He said, y'all need to get over slavery. Is he right? No, I'm joking. He didn't say that. But is he right? Does he need to say that? Maybe one of these white guys should just get on TV and just straight up say it. Use the N-word, maybe even use a hard ER, and just say, need to get over slavery. Just to get us to kind of come together and unite and maybe actually really get over it. I don't know. I'm just talking. But let me Vons is a fool, yo. Y'all in the chat. All right, let's take a look at this video. Let's take a look at this video. Where is it?
This report, Representative Ayanna Pressley will